Hi everyone, Mathis Connor here with Connor Management Group, and this week we're going to look at the best financial stock to buy right now. Today is Thursday, March 27th, 2014, and taking a look at the opening slide, we see that this company is in the money center bank industry, and we have its upside potential at 23.8%. On to the next slide, and we see that the name of this company, I think, is pretty well known. They're called J.P. Morgan Chase, and I can't think of anyone who hasn't heard of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, that's for sure. The ticker symbol is JPM. The industry, once again, money center banks, and we see the 12-month upside potential at 23.8%. On to the quick facts slide. The business summary we see is J.P. Morgan Chase & Company, a financial holding company, provides various services worldwide. The company operates through 4 segments: consumer and community banking, corporate and investment banking, commercial banking, and asset management. Their website is www.jpmorganchase.com. The company is headquartered in New York City, New York. The year that they were founded, that we have a typo on the slide, so we don't have that number at the moment, but it's not overly relevant. But the number of employees they have is 251,196. Their ticker symbol is JPM. They operate in the financial sector, of course. Let's see, we have the annual revenues over the last 12 months at $96 billion, the net income at $17 billion, and the cash from operations over the last 12 months is $108 billion. And the market capitalization stands at $225 billion. Yes, those are all numbers with a B, and yes, this is a very, very large company. Onto the products and services slide. This slide is a little different from before, since this is kind of financial services and kind of more of an intellectual property type business versus widgets. We basically have here excerpts of slides from some of their investor presentations, but we do have a photo of the headquartered building in New York, their logo, J.P. Morgan Chase & Company. And we just have some excerpts from some of their investor presentations. As mentioned before, the company operates in 4 different segments: asset management, consumer and community banking, and commercial banking, as well as corporate and investment banking. And the corporate and investment banking is the largest of all the different segments. During 2013, the revenues from the corporate bank totaled $36.1 billion, and they operated, and they break down their geography into 4 different regions of the world: North America, Europe, Middle East, APAC, which I'm sure Asia Pacific, Latin America. And the bulk of their revenues actually stem from North America at $18.5 billion and Europe and Middle East at $11.4 billion. Those two combined contribute about 80% of the revenues for that segment. The other large segment is their commercial banking group or division, and basically in that division, that's the division that handles financings and loans for large corporations, as well as middle market business that do under $500 million a year in revenue, all the way down to small businesses that do less than $500,000 a year. And their other segment is consumer and community banking, and that's where they do a lot of their credit card business, their mortgage financing business, or auto finance, and they didn't really break out too much detail within the presentation, so I don't have too much to report there. Their other segment is asset management, and with asset management, let's see, as of 2013, the pre-tax income that they had was $3.2 billion, and the assets that they had under management in 2013 was $2.3 trillion. So $2.3 trillion, that's quite a bit that they're managing and investing for others. On to the next slide, we're taking a look at the metrics for the company. Once again, the annual revenues of the last trailing 12 months. The last 12 months was $96 billion. The net income was $17 billion. And the cash from operations was $108 billion. The profit margins for JP Morgan Chase in 2012, it was 22.7%, and in 2013 it was 17.7%. So their profit margins have declined a bit. On to the valuation metrics. The trailing PE ratios at 13.8, and the forward PE ratios at 9.5. So that implies that analysts, on average, expect the earnings to expand over the next year. The PEG ratios at 1.8. It's not at 1, but not extremely high as well. The price to sales ratios at 2.3. The price to book stands at 1.1, and that is kind of low. And the enterprise value to EBITDA ratio comes out as not available. As you can imagine, a bank does a lot of loans and holds a lot of cash deposits, and it's not always easy to break that out as far as what's core operations versus what's part of their business for just servicing all their clients. Consequently, calculating the enterprise value is difficult, and it's something that just don't provide. The recent closing price for JP Morgan stood at $59.92. The 52-week low is at $46.05, and the 52-week high was $61.48. So the stock is presently trading closer to its high than its low. The 20-day moving average is at $58.45. The 50-day moving average is at $57.53, and the 200-day moving average is at $55.13. So basically, the moving average is in a tight range. The low to high is actually not in a very wide range, just reflecting some appreciation. As we'll get into it, we think this is a good story, and we'll talk about why the closing price is probably closer to its high than its low. The average daily trading volume for JP Morgan is a extremely liquid stock. The average daily trading volume is at 18.9 million shares per day. The beta for the stock stands at 1.9, so the stock typically moves more than the market does when the market moves in either direction, at least historically. The dividend yield for JP Morgan is at 2.5%. It's right around average, maybe a little bit higher than average. And the average dividend payout ratio over the last 5 years for JP Morgan has been 22.4%. They're definitely a dividend payer. And on to the price chart for JP Morgan. As we mentioned, that the stock over the last 52 weeks has been in the low, from the high 40s up to about $60, where it is right now. And while the stock has kind of moved up and down over that period, overall the stock kind of just steadily moved up. I mean, during 2013, J.P. Morgan still been dealing with a lot of lawsuits, that were related to the financial crisis in one form or another, and those lawsuits are dwindling down, and we think this is a reflection in the price movement as people are becoming more confident in the stock, and also the PE ratio for the stock is believed to be kind of artificially low, which is kind of an overhang from all the financial crisis back in 2008. So unlike other companies we've looked at, there's not too much color to add, which can be an okay thing. We feel like the stock's kind of just made a nice, relatively smooth increase over the last 12 months. We think it's poised to advance even more. So on to the next slide. The financial statement quality at J.P. Morgan is excellent, and although it's a bank, you would expect them to have be in excellent financial condition. That's not necessarily the case, and they are a standout compared to their competitors as far as their financial statement quality. The profit margin trend, we noticed that it has been declining, and we know from what we can tell that's a bit related to the economy, related to mortgages, related to increased competition, some regulatory scrutiny. But the profit margins the trend has been declining, but we don't think that they're declining to any level of major concern. The price pattern trend, as just discussed, it's been increasing. We think overall investors just feel that a lot of the worst of lawsuits and financial issues is in the past when it comes to J.P. Morgan. Overall market outlook, we still feel like that there's some bearish overhang out there, and some names can pull back. So J.P. Morgan, we feel like at least over the next quarter, can be facing some headwinds from broad market pullback. So we view that as a real possibility. But our outlook is for the next 12 months. So we feel pretty good about our view. The recent closing price for J.P. Morgan, today's closing price was $59.92, and our 12-month price target is at $73.72, and that's a 12-month potential of 23.0%. I apologize for the difference from the opening slide of 23.8% versus 23.0%. That's just a difference because of using yesterday's closing price in one place versus today's closing price. So, hey, we apologize. The 12-month upside potential we see at 23%. And on to our last slide. It's just a summary slide saying to please go sign up for our newsletter. You can find out about investment opportunities like this one, as well as get other just investing related news. And we found this opportunity as a result of using our proprietary algorithms, where we analyze, review, and rank over 3,500 stocks every week, and we rate those based on those that have the greatest potential to increase and those that have the greatest potential to decrease. So we're pretty happy with the performance of our algorithms today, and we think it gives us a pretty makes us pretty unique among other service providers. And just to summarize, as we usually do, we do feel like J.P. Morgan is the best financial stock to buy right now. So please take a closer look at it and consider adding it to your portfolio. So once again, to sign up for the newsletter, just go to www.gmcstockpicks.com We hope you found this presentation helpful, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.